Joined alongside sophomore defenseman Jonah Copre. First period intermission report continues. Jonah, well, sophomore year, what's that jump been like for you and maybe your development?
Yeah, so it's been a lot different than last year. Obviously, we had, I think it was 5 senior defensemen last year, so it was just less playing time, but a lot of learning from the older guys, whether it be Mateus DeRoe, Ryan Antonakis. But this year it's been nice to, be in the lineup and have some good playing time. And then also, I've been able to teach the younger guys, the new freshmen, some things that I learned last year. So I really enjoyed this year so far, and it's surely been different than freshman year. But like I said, it's been a good year so far.
Looking back at last season, 2 guys you pointed out, Mateus DeRoe, Ryan Antonakis, both guys playing professionally in Europe. What'd you learn from those guys getting to work with them day in and day out?
Yeah, I think they just taught me that, don't try to overcomplicate things. Both of them were good offensive defensemen, but they both realized that defense was their first priority, and that's kind of what I think of my game too. At the college level, everyone's strong, everyone's fast, it's very physical, so it's just about trying to use your skill, trying to play my game, but also it's taken a little bit to adjust to it, but I think it's been a good adjustment period so far, and it's helped with my personal development.
Looking at your game, I know you're one of the smaller defensemen, but how do you use that to your advantage, your skating ability to see the ice and be able to move up the ice in a hurry?
Yeah, so I kind of think of it as being like a Barry Sanders kind of running back, use my agility, my speed, so I'm not getting hit by these big 6 foot and taller forwards, but just being able to use my shiftiness to make moves, whether it be on the blue line or in the corners to escape and make a breakout pass. That's kind of been my game my whole life. So I think it's translated pretty well to the college level. Able to use my smaller stature, like I said, to dodge hits, to escape out of pressure, and then get up the ice and make plays. Yep.
For you now as sophomore, you've been in the lineup game in and game out, starting to see some point production as well. How does that help your confidence and maybe your comfortability being in the lineup every game and also starting to see some of the points get on the board?
Yeah, it's always nice seeing, putting up points, but, I'm always striving to get better. It's been a little bit of a struggle the past couple of games when it comes to putting points up on the board and, being a power play defenseman, it's my job to feed my players that I'm on the power play with. So like I said, it'd be nice to score a little bit more, but, the first couple games have been nice. And like you said, it's been a very good confidence booster. And, I think it's only going to help moving forward in each and every game I play.
I think there's no question this conference is one of the toughest conferences to play in. You look at Adrian, you just faced Aurora just before that. This is about to be a stretch of 5 straight games against top 15 teams in the country. How exciting is that for you to compete against those teams every single night?
Yeah, I think it's nice coming in with maybe that underdog mentality, where we've got nothing to lose playing against these teams, and we can always catch them by surprise, whether it be Trine or whether it be Norbert's in a couple weekends. But like I said, it's nice having that underdog mentality, just going into these games, trying our best, and we can sneak away with some wins. Yep.
You've also experienced a long road stretch, maybe one of the longest road stretches of your collegiate career, which is just getting started. 5 straight games on the road. What do you learn about your game when you're playing in some tough environments?
Yeah, Adrian was a tough environment with some hostile fans, but I think you can just use that to feed your own game, let it motivate you. I've played in leagues in the past, whether it be in the Null in the South, where away fans are crazy. Like I said, you just use it as fuel. You use it to motivate you. You don't let it get to your head, and if anything, it helps you focus even more during games.
Well, you're finally back on home ice. You're also a local kid from Elgin, Illinois. How fun is it for your family to be able to come out and watch you play all the time, which maybe isn't a reality for plenty of college hockey players that are traveling from abroad, where it's nice to be able to play in front of them?
Yeah, it just reminds me of youth hockey when I was playing for the Mission growing up. I have a pretty big family, and they'd always come out to show their support, which is awesome. And, it just kind of reminds me of my childhood whenever we have home games here, seeing the stands, and it's like I'm 15 again with my whole family there. And, yeah, it's been great. Playing juniors in a couple cities that were far from home, it was very rare that my family would be able to come out and watch. But now it's almost every home game I have family in the stands, which is the best you could ask for.
Well, we'll have Jonah. He'll join me again. Second period intermission report. The second half of this interview continues during the second intermission.